Hey, welcome to So Awkward. I'm Jester.
I'm Don.
We just saw Tarzan.
Should I take my shirt off?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to.
Not because I'd look like Tarzan, but because I'd look like one of the gorillas.
You're watching So Awkward. This is Freddy Krueger saying, hi!
We just saw Tarzan.
We just saw Tarzan.
How much did you hate it?
I didn't hate it,
I loved it.
but I also didn't like it.
I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I'm a Tarzan fanatic, or used to be. Read the novels, seen all the movies. This is the most faithful to the novels adaptation of Tarzan ever made.
I don't know anything about Tarzan.
There's two different Tarzans. There's the Tarzan of the films and then the Tarzans of the books.
See, I don't know either. I've never read anything. I've never seen anything. I've never even seen the Disney movie. This is the only thing I've ever experienced of Tarzan.
The Me Tarzan, You Jane of the films is not what he's like in the books. Because I always loved the movies, Johnny Weissmuller. But when I read the novels, like he's like a smart, resourceful. It's just so different. But this is the Tarzan from the novels. Jane is American. I think this is the first time they've ever made her American on screen. They always make her British.
Okay.
She's from Baltimore, Maryland. That's important because I used to live in Baltimore. In this, she wasn't a damsel in distress. Like she's a pretty strong, resourceful heroine in her own right. Whereas mostly in the movies, she's just there to be rescued. You disagree?
Completely.
Well,
She was a damsel in distress, and I found it incredibly boring.
I thought her scenes with the villain were really well written, and I thought she had a really good performance.
Oh, it's nothing against the actress.
She saved that African guy.
Yeah, okay. She saved a guy that didn't talk. How is Alexander Skarsgård?
Before we saw this movie, like I said, I want to see it because I love Tarzan. You said I want to see it because I have no idea who this actor is.
I just know him from True Blood.
Is he good on True Blood?
He was my favorite. I had trouble separating him from True Blood. So for me, it was just Eric.
It was his performance was so physical. Like he moved like a gorilla. Mm-hmm. Like he didn't talk very much.
No, not really.
But I thought like the way he expressed himself was really, like, it was really a nuanced performance.
I thought he was good.
He was really good.
He was the only thing I enjoyed about the film.
What about Sam Jackson? This is a prequel to The Hateful Eight, right? It's the same character.
Yeah, he was fine.
He was fine.
I mean, he's great. He's always great. But I didn't really get it.
It's 2016, right?
Right.
You can't have a movie about a white nobleman saving the savages in Africa. You know what I'm saying? The Tarzan novels are a product of their time. The first one came out, I believe, 1913, 1914. They're racist because the culture at the time was racist. Like, if you read them now, they're not the worst. Like, Edgar Rice Burroughs, even for his time, was more enlightened than most writers about Africa and America. But, you know, like, so they needed to have kind of a strong black character to make it not an incredibly racist story. Did it work? No, because it was just Sam Jackson. He wasn't a very nuanced character, but I mean, I understand why they put him in there. I'm shocked that they even made a Tarzan adaptation in 2016. I mean, it's an incredibly dated, racist concept when you really tear it down. But anyway, I liked it. It's not an action movie. Like, I thought it'd be like full of action. Like, I'm not gonna say it drags in the middle, but it's a slower pace than I expected.
It drags in the middle.
I liked, my favorite scene was the fight scene on the train.
Okay.
I thought that was exciting.
That was cool.
That was really well done. The fight at the end, like Tarzan against Jaimin Hansu was the actor. I don't remember the chief.
I don't know.
I thought that scene was really hard to follow. Like, just the way it was, like, too
Yeah.
fast. It was like in the Avengers movies where all the fights are just too fast.
Yeah, I mean, that's a thing they do now.
I don't like that.
I can't ever follow fights.
I can't follow fights. I liked the big finale with all the animals, even though the CG wasn't very good.
It was not very good.
But I thought it was fun. There was a little bit of his backstory. Like, I was afraid it was going to open with, you know, his parents being marooned in Africa, and then him, like, when they have a new Spider movie or new Batman movie, it's like, I don't want the origin again. Like, whereas this movie, it started, you know, 10 or whatever years after the story as we know it, where he's in England. And I thought that was neat. I recommend it if you're a fan of Tarzan. I thought this was the best possible adaptation of a Tarzan movie.
I was bored the whole time.
The whole time.
The whole time.
I
don't recommend this movie.
I'm not surprised by your reaction, because the whole time it made me feel the way I felt when we saw Warcraft, which was it's a movie 100% made for fans of the game. This was a movie that was 75% made for fans of Tarzan. But, like, it kind of presupposes you know all about this character going in. Which, I mean, as a culture we do. But, hey, you can't go that way.
No parking.
They're going to be parked facing a weird way. It did not pass the Bechdel test.
No, not even close.
Because now I look. There was
Yeah,
one
but
scene where two female characters talked, but they talked about, what, her father or her husband.
It's more than just talking. They both have to have names, and they have to talk for a certain amount of time about not a male character.
Well, they didn't do that at all. It's hot.
It's hot. That's how we're ending it?
Did you? I don't know.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching.